for my money, he's on the short list of UFC fighters, some of the best fighters to have never realized a UFC championship. Here is Kelvin Gastelum trying to continue his run here at 185 pounds.
Yeah, since Kelvin Gastelum has gone up to 185 and stopped depleting himself in those massive weight cuts down to 170, he's only gotten better. And that showed in the fight with Israel Adesanya when he had a chance to become UFC interim champion. He went 5 rounds. He went 5 rounds hard. He tried to accomplish the goal, fell a little bit short, but that gave you confidence in knowing that with the heart and the spirit of Kelvin Gastelum and the skill, that if he's that close, with a few adjustments, he can find himself right back in that same spot.
Kelvin Gastelum has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kelvin Gastelum. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. Well, you don't have to worry about the cardio and the stamina of Kelvin Gastelum holding up over 15 or 25 minutes. We'll see how he chooses to start here tonight. This is a pressure fighter. No surprise he takes the center of the octagon here early.
And that's how it's done. Go and get that takedown.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Gastelum. Making all these shots count. Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position. That was a slick transition.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Gastelum. 2 minutes have gone by here, round one.
All right, let's see if the crowd can be mature as they get into the north-south position.
But at least staying busy on the bottom.
Beautiful ground and pound, and that would cut him.
Chimaev's back to the north-south position now. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Under a minute now to go in this one. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Can't get a good awareness by the defensive fighter. Round 2 straight ahead. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
Don't rest until you're back up on your feet.
All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go with round 2.
Nice strike.
All right, DC, perhaps this will be the round in which the wrestler actually goes for a takedown. He's not even feinting shots this time.
It's crazy because the takedown set up for striking. He is limiting himself in his approach because he's not using a skill that he's become known for.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Doing a great job fighting behind the reach and dictating where the fight takes place.
Almost in a double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got in on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Side control, side control.
Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, you got to be careful there. Yep. Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal. Oh, he's attacking choke now. That guillotine is tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get sucked.
30 seconds to go in round 2. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
All right, take a seat, bud. Great round. All right, listen to me. Breathe. Deep breath into that nose, out to that mouth. All right, perfect round. I need you to go out there and do.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC. What a display of just sheer punching in that last round.
I mean, he looks like a boxer. He looks like a professional boxer out there, throwing and stringing those combinations together. He landed those big punches over and over again, and it was this one right here that really did change the tide of the round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Lands a strike there. Just misses there with the left.
Great timing on that double leg.
Doing good. It's okay. Use your footwork. Start raining those elbows.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Gastelum. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. Oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Ooh, he's got it locked in.
Neon belly.
I know you've got a huge appreciation for this.
Oh, I mean, this is high-level grappling by both of these guys.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Khamzat Chimaev.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Hard ground and pound, some swelling now starting to appear. Chimaev's got him in a crucifix, gonna work from the top now.
Oh, Kimura attack, yup.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Oh, bails on the submission now.
Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
2 minutes to go in the round. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
In the half guard.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Chimaev. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing.
He passes the half.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grapple exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
You're fine. It's just been
All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready to fight? Ready.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go to the next step.
Khamzat Chimaev, 1 and done.
Oh, boy.
All right, Bruce Buffer is in there with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 43 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by knockout here tonight. Not quite as quick as the knockout of Gerald Meerschaert, but another quick night at the office for the undefeated Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, a massive night for Khamzat Chimaev to go out there and do it again. To go out there and show that he is one of the best in the world by earning a massive knockout victory.